Hi guys, in this video I'm going to break down today's trade recap. It was a great day overall, over 200 points, but what really matter here is it isn't the outcome. It's about what was behind the process and what made me to take this trade. Also, I will break down why my bias was bearish. So let's get into it. So for those of you that are going to be watching this on YouTube, the strategy is pretty clear. Previous day high, previous day low. I always mark my previous day high, previous day low, so previous day high, previous day low, and then I move straight to 30 minutes. So once you move straight to 30 minutes, that's where you mark your pulse level. Pulse above pulse level, you if the price stays above pulse level, I'm bullish. If price stays below pulse level, I'm bearish. That's all I do. And then I obviously go through different time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. I want to see what are the imbalances reaction there. My strategy is all about imbalances, key levels, and the rejection areas and bounce areas. So that's all I do. Why my bias was bearish today? Just because overnight session we had around 200 to 300 point move to the upside. If you go to 5 minutes, you can see that we have a huge pullback to the upside. Took a major liquidity, which is previous day high. So going to the market, I'm expecting some sort of correction. Not only I'm expecting some sort of correction, but I'm also expecting a higher low to be created. So this will be low, higher low, and then external structure is gonna stay bullish, and then we're gonna have push to the upside. But that was my bias, and that's also, so I wanted to take advantage of this move, and that's why I had a bearish bias. Not only because of the correction phase, but also we took major liquidity. That's why. So let's get into and because most of the sauce is here. Before we break down the trade, before I start the trade, I want to mention something here is that everyone should be doing their trade recap. And I do get a lot of questions, a lot of messages from you guys that how do you identify your levels? What makes you so confident on your level? What makes you think that the price is coming down? I was able to catch this whole trade from here to here, pretty much mark each level. Pretty much called the manipulation phase from here to here. So I did get a lot of messages, and I've been getting a lot of messages. It doesn't come from that moment when you're in a trade. It comes when you take a trade. A win or loss, you need to trade journal your trade. You need to know why were you wrong, and consider that as your tuition, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, or $100, depending on your account size. If you're wrong, if you had a red day, journal it. Find the reasoning behind it. Why were you wrong? But if you had a red day and you don't journal it, it's like you're paying tuition but you're not learning, basically. So I would encourage you all, not here to judge or anything, but I would encourage you all. That's how I've been learning it. I've been in the market for 5 years. Still feel like every day that I go to market, I learn a new thing in the market. We're all student of this market, so journal as much as you can. Never let any day, whether it's a winning or a losing, journal it. Find the reasoning behind it. I can guarantee you will find a reason. You will find something new to learn on that day. All right, so we have this huge move on pre-market. Also took previous day high. So now I know that major liquidity has been taken out. Above this area, this is hourly gap, this is hourly support. So I'm going to be seeing if we can stay above this area, above previous day high, and then dry liquidity is pretty clear here. Let's start it. So we created a push to the upside. So we created a bullish imbalance, respected it. This is just so far there is a bullish volume, basically. That's what I'm trying to say here. And I'm all about reading the candlestick, listening to price action, and pretty much seeing the price action. What the price action is this. So bullish imbalance invalidated, create a bearish imbalance. Now we have bearish control. I want to see if you can come and reject this area. If you do reject this area, this is 40% price action bearish. Bullish got invalidated. Now we have control over bearish. Now the control is to the bearish volume people. So bearish people has control. I want to see What is the rejection? Are we rejecting? Yes, we reject it. So far this is adding percentage. So I talked to candlestick pretty much. This is 60% volume bearish to the downside. We all not only we rejected this area, we create another bearish imbalance here. So here I see pulse level, right? So this pulse level, I want to see if we can stay below this pulse level or we can stay above it. Above, it's obvious that it's going to be bullish. There's going to be bullish volume. Even if we could close below it, then obviously we're coming to downside. So here's the deal. Around 60 to 70%, I mentioned that there's a bearish volume here. Now this 3 candle to full candle, this 3 or 4 minute literally wipe down around 80% of this volume here. What I mean by that, this is the strongest percentage of the bearish argument here. It got invalidated, created a bullish imbalance. So this whole move, now only thing I'm looking is to see what is the rejection here. Are we having a rejection? We're gonna be, if we're having a rejection, it will be high, higher low, higher low. Then the structure will be still considered bearish. Not only we create a bullish imbalance, now this is not a higher low anymore, so it's going to be high, higher low, but we also invalidated this. Now this 5-6 man candle tells you that this 5-6 man candle literally wiped out this bearish volume from here. I understand my bias is bearish. I'm not going to be favoring bearish price action, but I'm going to be giving you reasoning behind it. So this 5 to 6 candles literally wiped up the whole argument of bearish people here. Now here's this, it was either some sort of news or a manipulation phase to the upside. If it was a news, I wanted to see that I actually did mention so I put some clips of the live execution that I've got from here to here, that this is manipulation phase, and a lot of people were long here. But if I want to see a confirmation, if I want to see if this bullish move to upside is a confirmed move, I would want to see a bounce here. Once we bounce here, hold this area and then break above this area, then this will act as a higher low. Perfect. So all this that you see, this is just manipulation. This is just manipulating people to long it here. A lot of you will long it here thinking that this is a retest and we're bouncing. No, when you have 300 point move to upside like this, you are expecting some sort of correction phase. Not only that, I will give you reasoning behind it, why upside move and downside move are making sense, and I will give you reasoning behind it, why even though I have bearish bias, I'm not gonna favor my bearish bias, and I will tell you how can you talk to the candlestick, how can you talk to the price action. So this is a bounce, this is a support area. I want this to act as a bounce in a favor of bullish volume. So if this come and acts as a bounce, push to the upside, this will favor the bullish volume, that okay, there's a bullish volume is trying to hold this area. But what is important is that we created this bearish imbalance. So if this comes, retests this bounce area and validates this bearish imbalance, then that is a confirmation for upside. It will be clear draw liquidity is this area, and then it can, if we can stay above this here, then we can go higher. Like I mentioned, I'm not favoring my bearish bias here. I'm giving it a reason behind it, why so far we don't have any confirmation for upside. So bounce here, came back. We're trying hard time to retest this area, so we will retest this area. Perfect. You see the volume came in, retested this area. So if I'm expecting a bearish move to the downside, I would want this to reject. But if this rejection fails and have a candle close above, then this is a confirmation that this push to the upside came, retested and validated this bearish imbalance. Candle close above here is a confirmation, clear draw is here, and then can go above. Are we able to push above? That's the question. We're having a hard time to get above this area. We rejected it. So here's again, so far we're in a bullish volume, came, Bearish volume is trying to bring the price down, bullish try to pull it up, create a bullish imbalance. With this price, this 2-minute candle is a early clear sign for the downside. Why? Because we invalidated, rejected this area, invalidated this bullish imbalance. A candle closed below this area is a clear sign, an early clear sign that there's a possibility the price taking this low or retesting this high, this imbalance. But even before that, I'm looking for here to see if we're gonna be having some sort of retest here. Once we break below this area, that is where I entered. That's where I entered here. And once we had a shift below this area, and I signaled it for Discord because that's where the confirmation is here. And I wanted to see the price action to see if we can create some sort of higher low. So it would be low, higher low. If we would have created higher low, then I would want the price to come and reject this area and come back, take the low. But if you were unable to reject this area, then I would have closed my trade break even. So now let me tell you something else here. What do you see here? I actually was when I was live executing the market to Discord, I was literally saying that I'm expecting higher low, and then but aside from that, what do you see here? We don't even have enough volume to the upside to retest those bearish imbalances. This just clearly tells you that this market's gonna dump, and pretty much right here I wanted to see if we can reject this area. We were not even able to get the retest of this area, and we got this trade to the downside. This is the trade that we took. I closed around 25,476 or something right before the previous day low, and the reason I closed around here was because I also want to take this liquidity and this gap to be filled, but I wasn't really expecting this low, previous day low, to be taken out, just because yes, we've been dumping for the past couple of days and we had a quick recovery to upside overnight. But I was kind of expecting to see if we can have some sort of a bullish structure. What I mean by bullish structure is that this is gonna be low, higher low, and then the next day or maybe on Monday we would have a push to the upside. That's why I closed my trade here. This was today's trade recap. Again, please do let me know if you guys want me to break it more into simpler way, or if you guys do have any question, feel free to reach out to me. Or if I'm gonna be posting this on YouTube, feel free to comment it on YouTube. I will try my best to explain it as simpler as I can. Again, I know that a lot of you have been asking how am I able to mark those levels. It's gonna take some time, but once you're able to find your strategy, everything will be simpler. I'm also trying to those indicators gonna be available for you all, but they are being given to the Discord members. So those levels helps you to identify what do I see in the price action, why am I marking those levels, why did I mark rejection. So everything will be available to you all. Again, thank you all for watching the videos. Please do let me know if you guys have any questions. Happy New Year and a great day to start the new year with perfect trade. Take care, everyone.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard because you're wrestling yourself. But once you finally get past yourself and get out of your own fucking way, then you'll really start to learn. And you'll see that you've made it much more harder than it needs to be. Because it's all basically psychological. You're afraid of losing money. You're afraid of being wrong. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of your fucking spouse or your coworkers or your family members, your friends to say, I told you it wasn't going to work. It's all a pipe dream. And some of you deep down inside, listen, folks, listen. It's going to get so hard that you're going to actually create the environment for that to happen. So that way it's ending all the pain. That short little momentary embarrassment around your family and friends, and your coworkers. Yeah, I lost my fucking money. And you're right. It's fucking bullshit. Nobody's making money. It's all fucking fraud. It's a scam. It's all horseshit. Because you don't want to endure. Because it's hard wrestling with that feeling of, what would they think of me if I fail? Fuck that. Why are you even entertaining that shit? Listen, failure is a fucking choice. That's not a guarantee. Failure is a fucking choice. Setbacks, speed bumps, adversities, that's all part of this, like anything else. Anything worth doing is going to be fucking hard. It's going to cost money. It's going to cost time. It's going to cause you to have to put more effort into this than you've ever anything you've ever done. Weak people don't survive in this industry. Unorganized, undisciplined, irresponsible motherfuckers do not stay in this business. You have to be an adult that is an independent thinker that understands there's real risk in this shit. You can lose your ass. And when you have this skill set, you're going to feel exactly what I feel. And some of you that are weaker and younger, you're going to do the same shit I did when I was 20-some years old. I was the biggest dick, the biggest prick there ever was. And you can hear it sometimes. It's still in me. That young man still likes to raise his head up once in a while. But the old man in me has to remind his ass, sit the hell down. But that humanity in me is still there. But you're going to feel what it feels like to know what you know. And nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can make you forget about it. They can't discount it. They can't say it doesn't work. Who gives a fuck how many people are going to doubt you? Listen, you start making $50,000 a fucking month. How many people will it take for you to be convinced that what you're doing is bullshit? How many people will it take for you to be convinced that you making over 6 figures every 6 fucking months consistently? How many people will it take for them to convince you that what you're doing is a waste of your fucking time? How many people does it take you to do that? There ain't enough. There ain't enough. And you're going to understand you're bulletproof. Who gives a fuck who likes you and doesn't like you? Who cares? Is it going to change how you sleep, where you sleep, how you eat, how you raise your children? No. What you do with your money is your fucking business. You don't owe anybody an explanation what the fuck you're going to do.